Prolife here with your pro-life news break. The U.S. House of Representatives yesterday passed a budget resolution setting up a process through which big abortion, including Planned Parenthood, could be defunded of some $500 million in taxpayer funding. In the coming weeks, the House and Senate will craft a reconciliation bill that combines the bills passed by each chamber. If the defunding language is included in the final bill, it would need only a simple majority to pass, avoiding the Senate's 60-vote filibuster threshold. That's a strategic advantage for the pro-life Republicans who control both houses of Congress and the White House. The defunding effort was front and center last month at a lobby day that Priests for Life helped organize, and that saw hundreds of pro-life activists meeting with members of Congress and their staffers in Washington. Now Priests for Life is asking our supporters to visit their U.S. senators and House members in their district offices while they are home for the next few weeks. If you show up and talk to the staff, the representative or senator will hear about it, said Priests for Life National Director Frank Pavone. The D.C. office will hear about it, and it will reinforce everything that pro-life groups, both via letters and D.C. visits, have communicated. New York City police yesterday arrested 30-year-old Brianna Rivers on assault charges, a week after she was captured on video punching a pro-life activist, Savannah Craven Anteo, during a street interview. According to the New York Post, the pro-lifer suffered 2 cuts that left blood streaming down her face and chest and that later required stitches. While attempting to apologize on social media, Rivers instead decided to claim she was provoked into violence against the activist. Rivers has started a GoFundMe account that has already raised more than $11,000. I guess crime does pay. While North Dakota awaits a judge's ruling on the fate of a law that protects most babies from abortion, the legislature passed and sent to the governor a bill that would require physicians to watch a video about the state's abortion laws. The state will spend up to $50,000 to produce the video, which would be updated as laws change. The only abortionist in North Dakota closed up shop after the U.S. Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, moving from Fargo to abortion-friendly Moorhead, Minnesota. The only place to legally have an abortion now in North Dakota is at a hospital. Abortion is legal until viability. The new governor, Kelly Armstrong, is pro-life and expected to sign the bill. Catholic bishops in Colorado on Tuesday released an open letter to Governor Jared Polis, urging him to veto a bill that would dedicate $1.5 million toward funding abortion through Medicaid. Last month, the bill was touted as a money saver for the state because it would, quote, avert births. In the letter, the bishop said the bill violates the dignity of human life, disregards the safety of women, and neglects the conscience rights of millions of Coloradans who do not want to pay for abortion. Polis, the nation's second openly gay parent to hold statewide office, is expected to sign the bill. The Kansas House yesterday voted to override Governor Laura Kelly's veto of pro-life bills, including one requiring fathers to pay child support costs to pregnant women, and the other mandating that school districts show a video of a developing fetus to students at any grade level during courses on human development and sexuality. The Senate also voted to override Kelly's veto of dozens of budget line items, including those calling for $3 million to be given to support pregnancy resource centers and maternity homes across the state. The Texas Senate convened its first hearing yesterday for a bill that would clarify exceptions to the state's law protecting most babies from abortion. The bill was written by State Senator Brian Hughes, the author of the original bill enacted after Roe v. Wade was overturned in 2022. The Life of the Mother Act was written in consultation with Democrats, pro-life groups, and Texas medical groups, but it has detractors on both sides of the aisle. Stay tuned for developments. Hughes was among those to receive the National Pro-Life Recognition Award from Priests for Life and the National Pro-Life Religious Council in 2022. Also in Texas, Attorney General Ken Paxton has sued the city of San Antonio for spending taxpayer money to pay for women to travel out of state for abortions. The San Antonio City Council recently approved sending $100,000 to the city's Reproductive Justice Fund. Paxton's lawsuit points out that a section of the state constitution, known as the Gift Clause, has been interpreted by the state Supreme Court to mean that state funds can only be transferred to private entities for expenditures that benefit the public and serve a legitimate public interest. Beyond being an egregious misuse of public funds, Paxton said, it's an attack on the pro-life values of our state. I will not stand by while rogue cities use tax dollars to circumvent state law and take the innocent lives of unborn children. The influential pro-life law firm Alliance Defending Freedom wants the pro-abortion American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, or ACOG, to lose its federal funding. In a letter to the Department of Health and Human Services, Senior Counsel Matt Bowman asked the agency to investigate ACOG's use of federal funding to promote abortion and harmful gender ideology. Federal funding for radical advocacy conflicts with President Donald Trump's executive orders to restore safety and common sense by ending the use of taxpayer dollars to promote gender identity, DEI policies, and abortion, Bowman wrote. We urge the HHS to withdraw funds to ACOG and to ensure federal money is promoting actual health priorities for Americans, not funding left-wing activism. A study out of Rutgers University in New Jersey that got a ton of media this week found that 2/3 of girls ages 13 to 17 in the United States live in states that protect babies from abortion. Without access to abortion, these girls have lost the ability to control their lives and their futures, according to author Laura Lindberg. The researchers also found that 42% of adolescent girls live in the 24 states where parental consent or notification is required before abortion. 24 states protect abortion access for adults but don't afford the same rights to minors, forcing them by law to involve a parent, adding an unnecessary and harmful barrier to care, Lindberg said. I have a suggestion for girls 13 to 17 in every state. Just say no. And finally, some good news from abortion-friendly Vermont. Planned Parenthood of Northern New England is facing an $8 million deficit and has decided to close its killing center in St. Johnsbury. This after the abortion giant closed 4 abortuaries in the state in 2022. According to Vermont Right to Life, the state now has 5 abortion businesses and 10 pregnancy resource centers. That's some of what's making news this week. If you missed last night's live broadcast on End Abortion TV about Abortion Recovery Awareness Month, go to FR Frank Pavone on YouTube to check it out. Also, something new this week, if you'd like to keep up with our press releases and commentary, go to prolife.press or scan the barcode on your screen. Thank you for tuning in, and please remember always that life is the only choice.
The holy season of Lent calls us to repentance and holiness as we prepare to celebrate the Paschal mystery. Christ's death and resurrection makes us the people of life. The Tree of Life provides prayers and reflections that show the connections between Lent and our commitment to defend the unborn. Please scan the QR code to order yours now.
Hello, this is Father David Begany, one of the many members of Priests for Life. Prayer is the foundation of the pro-life movement. I invite you to join Priests for Life in prayer each day for an end to abortion. We have many different prayer campaigns throughout the year, and you can find them all at prayercampaign.org. Please sign up with us to be a regular prayer partner. God bless you.
Hello, I'm Sam Brownback, and I've worked alongside Father Frank Pavone for many years on the cause of life. He's a true champion, and the Priests for Life have been wonderful champions of this great cause, of the cause of human dignity of every human at every phase of life, from the very first moment of conception until its natural death. The human species, the human person, each and every one are full of dignity, priceless in value, and Priests for Life stand for that. Join their work with them, work alongside them in this battle, this incredible battle, this fantastically important battle for life in the United States. We've got to win this fight. Join them.